We are just 5 days away from the brand new DM mod update in Duel Links, and we finally got some new news information regarding the eFootball collab, regarding the new alt styles we might be getting, some new cards, a skill, and a really cool thing, if you see down here quickly, we've got animated cards coming to Duel Links for the first time. These are really cool, right? They're animating in the card frame, and when you summon them to the field, the little PNG that shows up in the 3D Duel mode, that is going to be actually animated as well, which is really, really cool. Now, we're getting a lot of stuff, right? We're getting an event that's themed around eFootball where you're trying to deal as much damage as possible in the 11 card draw that you've got, basically. So what are we getting from this collab? Well, first of all, in the logging bonus, we're getting some sleeves, icons as well, of Neymar and a rescue with the eFootball edition, which is kind of funny to just say out loud, right? That we're getting Neymar in Duel Links-ish, right? Of course, there is a campaign for Master as well. There is a rescue mate coming. There is, you know, the Royal Finish alt art card as well. In terms of Duel Links login in bonus, we're going to be getting 3 copies of the alt art for free, which is really, really generous. Surprisingly so for Duel Links. For obviously, Rescue Rabbit is a box card at the moment, and so it might be in box chips. It might just be on the cusp of being available in box chips, so maybe when you get an update, it'll be considered a free card in a way. So giving them out there, giving some gems and accessories, makes sense, right? And then of course is the collaboration event, which we just kind of saw a bit of a preview of, again giving a game mat, sleeves, and a stamp, which is fairly straightforward. And this seems like this will be running alongside a really big event in Duel Links, that being the Noah event. So we now know, kind of definitively, that Noah is not going to be a day 1 world unlock. He's going to be a character unlock event, and so it could be day 1, it could also be a few days later. We see in the background here we've got Shinato in the background, and so given the red sky, it kind of gives raid duel vibes. The text is kind of low quality, so you can't really see exactly what it is, but it does seem like it could be a raid duel, which would make a lot of sense. We know that we are going to be getting alt styles for Yugi and Kaiba. Now, if you saw my last video, you'll know I'm a bit disappointed in terms of the alt style for Kaiba. It is a recolor, a redraw of the current version. Yugi, of course, got the brand new pose, which is the first time they've taken key art for the game and made it the default pose, which, you know, is really cool. Yeah, I'm glowing right now. Which is cool, but they could have done the same for Kaiba. Is it that much effort to hire an artist to make a brand new pose? And of course, with the gameplay, we saw a brand new skill for both Yugi and for Kaiba, all designed to bring out the Dragon Master Knight, which of course is getting a brand new animation, which, in my opinion, is one of the best animations we've had in Duel Links in a very, very long time. Obviously, they've taken the model of Blue Eyes of a Dragon, of BLS, combined them together, and this just looks really, really cool. Now, I was worried that this wouldn't be summoned that much, but the skill we're getting, at least if it is a skill we can play outside the event, which, you know, it could just be an event skill, it might not be, but it could be a skill we can only play in the event, it might be way more playable than we kind of expected. So the skill roughly translates to Destiny Draw, Dragon Master Knight, Ultimate Dragon Knight, and it's a once per turn effect on the first and second effect, and it's a once per duel on each one. So this seems pretty fair, right? Getting this off once is perfectly fine. Before your normal draw, you get a free Armored Dragon from your extra deck to your field face down. Then you've got to send a BLS from your deck or hand to the graveyard. Now, this can be the vanilla, it can be the ritual, and this turn, the card you draw is going to become Ultimate Fusion. Now, what does this mean? It guarantees you've got your Dragon Master Knight live on turn 1. And so, it also means you have got a pop, because Ultimate Fusion gives you a pop if you use a Blue Eyes of a Dragon from your field. So, going second, you've got a pop 1 and a big body on field. And that's kind of it, right? It is just getting a bit of value on turn 1, and there doesn't seem to be a bit of a deck clock. You've got to run a brick in your deck in being Armored Fusion and being the BLS. But aside from that, that might be good enough to run. Or you can reveal one Light or Dark Earth monster or the Armored Fusion in your hand, return to your deck or send to the graveyard to then get a pot of greed and draw 2. And so, if you are seeing this skill on turn 1, you can shuffle back the Armored Fusion or the BLS to get a draw 2. Then of course, next turn, you play Armored Dragon skill, you get the free body, you summon your Dragon Master Knight, you get a pop off, you've got a big 5,000 tech body on your field. Doesn't seem too awful. Now, is it a top tier meta breaking skill? No. Is it a fun anime skill that gives you a lot for free? Sure. Now, in terms of those animated cards, right, what are we getting? Well, it seems for Dark Magician and for Blue Eyes, we're going to be getting the Quarter Century Art Collection variants of their cards. Now these I believe are kind of accompanied by a DMG and a Red Eyes in some form, and so we could see those come at some point down the line. That's speculation, but it would make sense, right? And so giving these animated versions of key ace cards is really cool. Hopefully we can get more than one copy, but I feel like they're going to make them super special, and they're going to be, you know, event rewards, login rewards, etc. Which means, like, you know, alongside that campaign we're getting with the Dragon Master Knight and the 5-card Dragon, and with the animated Chronicle effects on them, that's going to be a fairly big change to Duel Links overall. Now, I'm coping here, but if we can do live 2D card art on the field, in your hand, surely we can get the animated mats of Duel Links China. Right, surely we can go and do that, because those would make a bunch of money. But there's one more card we saw in the gameplay, and that's Blue Eyes Tyrant Dragon. Now, this you'll know from TCG. If you've played Blue Eyes, it can attack everything opponent controls once each, it's unaffected by trap cards, and you can cheese this out by equipping a Blue Eyes White Dragon with a card and then tributing that Blue Eyes. So in a TCG, you would use the effect of the spell card on the graveyard to equip your Neo White Dragon, and then sacrifice that to bring this out. If this battled, you can target a trap in your graveyard and set it. Now in Blue Eyes, that's probably going to be True Light, right, if we do end up getting that card. Of course, we have Eternal Self Dark Magician. It would make sense to get that card eventually, but also could be generic things like, you know, Compulsory or like Crackdown, or, you know, what is Blue Eyes actually playing right now? Clearly, they're not playing trap cards, so we'll have to see if this does make any kind of impact. Was part of that, you know, Duel Monsters Dome arc, the Orcalgos arc, it was featured very heavily in that show. Literally all we know so far for the brand new update for Duel Links. I believe if we go by last year and the year before, Konami like doing a trailer drop or a news drop on the Friday of TGS, regardless if there's a stream or not. And so it could be that tomorrow we get the upcoming updates for October, they confirm Noah's event, and they also give us a trailer for the brand new update. That to me would be ideal. If not, they could be trying to hide things as much as possible, but eventually they've got to talk about next month, and so they've got to spoil Noah coming, right? They've got to tease Noah coming, and so, you know, we saw like Fire trailer, right? Declan was teased in the trailer and announced the same day. If we go by Brainsword, I believe Blue Angel was teased, and then upcoming updates, of course, announced her to be coming as well. And the same happened for UO for that world reveal. Of course, a bit different because Go Russian 7s, and scene animation, you can see Blue Eyes kind of moving, and then in 3D mode, when it comes out to the field, you can still see the animation working, which is really, really cool. Now, is it going to make me turn off playing in 2D mode? No, probably not. Hopefully, fingers crossed tomorrow, we've got a trailer. We might have a ban list tomorrow, we might have upcoming list tomorrow. It might be a really big day because we still don't have the KC Cup decks confirmed, the rankings confirmed, which is really, really weird. So maybe there's some bad actors in there they've got to kind of deal with. So we'll see. But this event does seem to be running alongside the Noah event as a kind of like a for fun mini thing. You look at the background, you've got all the rescue rabbits, right? You've got the junk creepers as well. They're all jumping up and down. Hopefully, see you guys tomorrow for a brand new video. Thanks for watching. Adios.